Hello everyone and welcome to today's yoga flow. My name's Audrey Jane and I'm going to take you through a short flow today that's going to release the lower back. A lot of us suffer with pain in our lower back and it's great to bring a little bit of movement to this area. So we're going to start by lying down, doing a little bit of breath work to get us into the space, and then we'll move a bit more. So find yourself your comfortable lying position. You may like to have the knees bent up, feet width of the mat apart and bending against each other. That's what I prefer because I do get a bit of lower back pain. But maybe that's not for you. Maybe you like your legs out long, whichever works best for your body. There are no rules in yoga, you just need to do what feels good for you. And once you find your spot, you might like to have the hands down by the sides, palms facing up. This opens up the shoulders, or maybe you're going to rest your hands on your abdomen, whichever you prefer. We're taking a few moments to begin with, just to slow down and allow ourselves to catch up with our body and our mind. Maybe you've had a busy day, there's a lot going on in your head, so this just gives you a little bit of time to find some stillness. Let the shoulders soften down, the face be nice and gentle, no tension across the eyes. Release the jaw. And bring your awareness to the breath. Long, deep breaths into the belly. I'm going to take you through some counted breaths. So we're going to inhale and exhale for 3. This is a really balancing breath. It's going to help release any anxiety and just slow the body down, bringing you into that lovely rest and digest nervous system. So take a nice big inhale, 2, 3, and exhale, 2, 3. Inhale, the belly rises, and exhale, it falls. Inhale, 2, 3, and exhale, 2, 3. Inhale, and exhale. 3 more rounds. Breathing in and out the nose throughout our practice if you can. Now allow the breath just to return back to its normal pace. Check in with how you're feeling. Are there any areas of tension, tightness, or areas of softness, flexibility? We're not judging them, we're just becoming aware of them, tuning into our body. Lovely. We're now going to hug the knees in and have a little rock from side to side. This is really nice for the lower back because it gives it a little bit of a massage. You can take the hands in circles to really release and massage that area down at the bottom of the back. You might like to take the circles with the knees, taking them away from each other and then back together. And this just brings the movement into the hip joint a little bit more. We're going to plant the feet and take windscreen wipers with the knees. You might like to take the arms into cactus just to release across the chest at the same time. Nice and slow, use the breath, inhale one way, exhale back the other. And then on your next movement, bring the knees over to the right hand side, let them fall down, and take the gaze over to the left. So you're gazing the opposite way to the knees. We'll take 2 deep breaths here. Beautiful. Breathe the knees back up to the middle and then over to the other side. Let them sink. The gaze goes the opposite way, so we're gazing to the right, knees are going to left. And again, we're breathing into them. One more deep breath. Beautiful, knees back to the middle. We're going to hug them in and just take a little rock and roll up the spine. So rolling back and forwards a few times, really nice to release off the spine. One more. And then come all the way up to sitting. Beautiful. You're going to come round so the legs are crossed. We're going to bring the hands to the knees and do what we do in cat-cow, where we bring the chest down and then curl into the back. But we're going to do it sitting up instead. So hands on knees, push the chest forward, gaze up towards the ceiling. Really feel a lovely stretch all the way down the neck and the front of the body. Then inhale, curl into the spine, bring the chin down to chest and arch into that back. You can even pull the arms forward to really get into the shoulders. And we'll move in and out of these postures, inhaling forward, exhale back. Breathe in and out. Let's do 2 more of these. Lovely. Now bring the hands round, come into our tabletop. We're going to curl the toes at the back and push the hips up and back into our downward facing dog. Take the knees for a little walk or the legs for a walk by lifting one heel at a time and bending into the knee. Just releasing off the back of the legs. You might want to tilt the hips slightly, pushing into the fingertips. Beautiful. Now you're going to really soften into the knees, walk the hands back towards the feet, and then slowly roll your way up to standing. Lovely. We're now going to move ourselves through a little kind of wave of the spine by rolling up and down. So you're going to tuck the chin into the chest and really slow, the shoulders come down and we get a little bend into the back. And then we keep sliding the hands down, chest heavy, super slow. When we get down here, we're going to bend into the knees, take the elbows and have a little sway from side to side. Really soft into the knees, because when we do that, instead of stretching out the legs so much, we get into the lower back. The head's nice and heavy. Give it a little shake from side to side to make sure we're not tensing the neck. And then one more time, we're going to roll all the way up through the spine. Roll the shoulders back. Pause for a moment, standing nice and tall. Take the hands wide, palms facing forwards. Lift the chin slightly towards the ceiling. And breathe in deeply. Imagine you're drawing energy through the palms of the hands. Breathe long and deep. One more time. Beautiful. Curl the chin down. Roll all the way down through the spine. Really heavy into the knees, bend down, coming to our tabletop position. Again, we're going to take the spine through a bit of a flow. So you're going to arch up into your back like your cat, but this time we're going to sink the hips all the way back to stretch into our child's pose. And then scoop the chest forward through the hands, bringing ourselves all the way back up. Push into the hands, arch into the back, sit back. Continue with this wave movement. We're coming in low and then we're pushing up and back. It feels so nice for the spine. Don't be surprised if you get a few cricks and cracks. It's because you're releasing off all the joints, which is great. 2 more of these. And as always, think about the breath as we move. Then after your last one, sink it back into child's pose again. Rest the head on the mat, take a few deep breaths. Walk the hands back, and we're going to bring the legs out in front of us. So often tightness across the back is linked to tightness down the legs. So when the legs are tight, it pulls on all the fascia and can really start to get niggly into the lower back. So it's always good to work on a little bit of leg flexibility if you do have a sore back. So let's be nice and tall through the crown. And then we're leading with our chest. We're bringing our chest down towards our legs, gazing towards the toes. And we're pulling ourselves forward with the chest rather than the hands. We don't want to be grabbing and pulling ourselves in. Leading with the chest. Deep breaths into the belly. Toes are nice and active up towards the ceiling, so we're really engaging the back of the legs. You can even pull the kneecaps up if you like. We'll take 3 breaths here in our forward fold. One more. Beautiful. Slowly make your way back up. And now we're going to go back into Shavasana. So scoot yourself forward a little bit if you need to. Roll back. Again, where we started before, we can have the knees bent up or the legs out long and see what's working for you. Really allow the body to sink into the mat. Feel the mat beneath you pushing against your body. It's very grounding to really connect to the feeling of ourselves on the ground. The earth is always below us, keeping us steady and strong. We just need to remember it's there to help us. Feel the contrast between the lightness of the air in the top of the skin, where it's not touching anything, and the heaviness of the body against the mat and the clothes on our skin. It's amazing how we can go all day without even feeling our clothes on the skin, and then we stop and we slow down and suddenly it's there, that feeling of pressure. Take a scan from the toes all the way up to the head. I'm going to say a body part and I want you to visualise that body part. You might like to see it in your head as well. And we're just tuning into our body for a little body scan. Starting at the feet. We have the soles of the foot, the top of the feet, all of the toes, the ankle, the shins and the calves, the knee, the thigh, the back of the leg, the hips, the abdomen, the chest, the back and the spine, shoulders, tops of the arms, elbows, forearms, the thumbs, first finger, second finger, third finger, and fourth finger. moving back up to the neck, the ears, the forehead, the scalp, the eyes and the eyebrows, the space between the eyebrows, the third eye on the forehead, the nose and the nostrils, your mouth, top lip, bottom lip, inside of the mouth, the tongue, the whole of the face and the head, the whole of the back, both of the arms, both of the legs, the entire body lying on the mat. Visualize in your head your entire body on the mat. Now visualize your body in the room without looking at the room. In your head, imagine the ceiling and the floor and both of the walls. And then see yourself lying on the mat in the room. Take a big cleansing breath. Inhale deep and sigh it out. When you're ready, start to bring in a little bit of movement. But if you want a longer Shavasana, please pause the video and just take as much time as you need for yourself. You might like to have a stretch, or maybe you're going to have the knees in. Maybe a yawn's going to feel nice. Ooh. Stretching always makes me yawn. When you're ready, come on to your favourite side and just hang out there, have a few breaths for a moment or two. And then nice and slow, make your way up to sitting. And we will finish our practice today with a few deep breaths. So sit in whichever way feels comfortable for you. Take a big inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale down. 2 more, inhale up. And sigh. Last one. Sigh it out. Then pause for a moment. And just take a little bit of time to honour the fact that you have spent time doing something for yourself today. You always need it, and you definitely deserve it. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed our practice today, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you. Have a great day.